My mother-in-law promised to pick up my daughter from school, but she locked her alone in the car. As the temperature inside the vehicle climbed higher and higher, my daughter soon passed out. Just then, I got home from work, but to my surprise, my daughter was nowhere to be seen. I asked my husband where she was, and to my shock, he looked just as confused. That's when we realized our daughter was missing. We hurried downstairs to search for her. My husband put on the act of a devoted father, claiming he'd already contacted the neighborhood security guards. That moment, I spotted the back of a girl and rushed over to check, only to find I'd mistaken her for my daughter. I was on the verge of breaking down when a luxury car caught my eye. A familiar corner of a skirt was stuck in its door. I sprinted over and saw that my daughter was indeed trapped inside. I immediately told my husband to smash the door open to rescue her, but he recognized it as his brother's car. He called home right away and asked them to bring the keys. To my fury, my mother-in-law hung up the phone without a word. Helpless, my husband told me to wait there while he went back to look for the keys. Watching my daughter grow weaker by the second, my heart burned with anxiety. I tried my hardest to smash the window, but it wouldn't break. What I didn't know then was that my husband had been stopped by my mother-in-law. She'd never liked me and told him to seize this chance to divorce me and marry his first love. To my disgust, my husband sat down calmly at her words. Luckily, a kind stranger brought me a stone, which let me smash the window open and rescue my daughter. The shrill car alarm blared instantly. My mother-in-law arrived moments later and screamed at me. Even if you sold your daughter, you couldn't afford to pay for this car. My sister-in-law also forced me to compensate, but this car was bought with my money. I didn't want to argue with them any longer. I just wanted to take my daughter to the hospital, but my sister-in-law blocked my way and forced me to sign the company's equity transfer agreement before letting me leave. My mother-in-law chimed in, urging me to sign so my husband could have a grand wedding with his first love. In that moment, I finally understood. They didn't just want to harm my daughter, they wanted to steal my company too. My husband even threatened me, sign, or we divorce. Staring at his ugly face, I obediently signed the transfer document. What they didn't know was that I'd already mortgaged the company, and the debt totaled 10 million yuan. While they triumphantly planned the wedding, they had no idea I had a big surprise waiting. On the wedding day, my ex-husband's first love swaggered in front of me. The next second, debt collectors showed up at the door, demanding that the company's legal representative pay up, and that legal representative was my ex-husband. The man panicked instantly and forced me to pay, but I'd already cut all ties with the company. On the contrary, his mother and brother were now both shareholders. None of them could escape this sky-high debt.